Hello, and welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. In the last episode, we had some tensions go up and down, but for the most part, we've been able to kind of work on our own thing. We've been left to our own devices as we improve and expand the fleet a bit. We're going to start working on a couple of aircraft carriers this episode, essentially, and maybe a few cruisers. And then after that, we'll hopefully have time to begin construction of our new uh, battleships. So let's save the game and jump on in. Okay, the USA is losing some of its allies. We don't really care what happens with Ireland, so let's not involve ourselves. Although, we could weaken Great Britain by trying to get Ireland to go independent. Yeah, let's do that. We got no tension with Britain, so Japan and Russia are getting angry at each other. Let's see, is anyone at war here still? No. The USA still has we still have the allies here, essentially France, Britain, USA, and Italy. Surprisingly weak, having lost 4 or so battleships in their war with Austria. Japan, with only 2 battleships. They have a number of battle cruisers, however, so if they do go to war with Russia, it's not as lopsided as it looks initially. It is nice not being Japan this time around, having a little bit extra budget and all that. There's the new float plane prototypes. We're looking for speed. This also happens to be the best range, and it has good stats, so we'll take it. Not that we're really using float planes at the moment, but alright, so let's build a pair of these light cruisers. And we'll let the CV design stew for another month, I guess. This is the Captor class Corvette. Just a pretty standard Corvette, I suppose. It's got depth charge throwers and everything else. Tension with Spain's going to go up. Just a little tad. Let's increase our cooperation with Japan. We've got some tension with Britain, probably from us supporting the rebels. No, just random changes. But we're going to save the game. And we can negotiate an agreement with someone. So the USA is in a couple of alliances right now, and the tension's kind of high with them. So we're going to choose, I wish we could choose Italy, but it won't let us. So maybe we can try Britain. Will it allow it? It did allow it. Very cool. Tell them we'll support them. And that will hopefully gain us a prestige. We're at 37. Oh, here's the all-forward main armament. Okay. So this is the better naval patrol craft. It's actually quite a lot better, so we will take it. And let's build two of these Peter Strasser class. So yeah, our Wittelsbach class kind of kind of doomed from the beginning, I guess. I didn't have the technology for the all forward armament, and there's only 6 guns, even though they're 16 inches. I mean, they're okay. I mean, these things are just fine, but they're not as good as they could have been. Let's get some international understanding and gain a prestige in the process. And we're in no position to go to war with Japan right now. So if Britain tries to drag us in, we may just break our alliance or something. We'll see what kind of options we get as far as delaying it, putting it off. We don't want to get budget. We potentially lose a prestige. We break the alliance. That's fine. We don't want to gain budget. Okay. Ups and downs, ups and downs. And then, how is our... We have 113 base capacity here in Southeast Asia. Kind of tempted to do one more level of base capacity here, but not necessary. Probably not necessary. We're also good in the South Pacific, and I'm not going to worry about the Central Pacific. We're working on base capacity here in the Indian Ocean. Let's build naval capacity here in Southwest Africa, or Southern Africa, so that when we get ships passing through, they're not, running out of fuel. All right, let's do long-term prosperity. That's always a good option. We haven't seen that one for a while. Okay. I saw a message about our... Okay, it's just a captain. I just saw it randomly, kind of saw a message there. Northeast Asia. Why do we have ships in Northeast Asia? Oh, let's build naval capacity there. I completely forgot that we had that. We're going to give up a prestige because we don't want to drive tension. We don't want double tension, especially. And we don't want to risk technology leaking. Okay. So we've got these heavy cruisers being finished for the rebuilds. Could probably build a couple more of these light cruisers. There we go. We'll sell to Austria. They're no threat to us. All right, this will give us, I kind of wouldn't mind building two more of those. Let's see here. I wouldn't mind having six. Six of these light cruisers would be nice. That way I could do three, I could do two divisions of three, essentially. All right, so we've got a new director. So we're going to slap those on our ships, starting with the newest ones. Those are expensive rebuilds, but they're only for 3 months. Tensions with the US are going up. They don't like us having Cuba. Well, that's too bad. We might as well do the Rhinelands too while we're at it. Although the Rhinelands need like full rebuilds, like they're 1919. So let's hold off on that until the rebuilds are done on our Wisselbach class. All right. Save. So let's do our Rhinelands now. So we're going to go ahead and replace the machinery on those. See if we can't go up to 25. 25 is good. We can get the directors. And we can make these dual purpose. We can. And we can throw on, do we have AA directors yet? We do. Now I don't expect this AA to shoot anything down for the most part, but it is good just to have like the disrupt attacks and stuff, damage things, and that'll be good. So these are 1-year rebuilds. So let's just go ahead and do it. Then we'll do the Hessians when we can. We have what feels like a gigantic fleet. It is. It's the biggest fleet in the world. Now, did we ever get rid of these rebuilds? No. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. They are next to useless, but that should save us a little bit of money each month. And our old destroyers are starting to go obsolete, these V5 class. That is unfortunate. So let's dip into our savings a little bit. And replace the machinery. We go up to 33, 34. And throw on a director. That's actually a pretty good little upgrade. Okay. All right, we will extend the lives of these destroyers for a while longer. Here's the U.S. Enterprise, 18,000 tons, 58 aircraft. Yeah, that's about on at par with what we've got going on. Ours are going to be 60 aircraft. All right, here is a fighter aircraft. The speed is slightly lower, but the range is improved and the stats are all improved. So we'll go with that. It'll do. No, we're not going to sell to Russia. Not now. Russia is one of our main rivals here. All right, the Japanese have lost a heavy cruiser and a destroyer in exchange for a British destroyer. Come on, Japan. You got to do better than that. All right, do we have any new researches that we care about? Not really. Nothing in particular. Anything to change in doctrines? No. I was a little bit tempted to turn on elite pilot training. We'll do that. I was a little bit tempted to turn on elite pilot training, but not really necessary. Nice. So these are our new Leipzig class. Whoa. We have to react carefully here because the US is still allied with British and French. The US is assassinating our people? I mean, why? I think it's just a provocation, just a way to drag us into a war. All right, we're going to move these light cruisers into a new light cruiser division. And we'll put these in their place. So these Leipzigs will be escorts for the first battle group, essentially, first battle fleet. We need to delay this war for at least another 6 months would be nice. We want our Rhinelands involved. Tension goes down with almost everyone except for the US. Let's send a note. Nice. All right, this is the improved float plane scout. It's very improved for range. That's nice. Trading destroyers for Britain and Japan. See, this is what I was saying in a previous episode about the US, is that, like, they're powerful, but they never go to war, like, alone, pretty much. Like, they've always got an ally. In this case, it's two allies. Well, this is one way to get more money. A right-wing politician is planning a coup. It sounds you out about naval support. He promises increased defense spending once in power. We're going to support him. Nice, we gain prestige. 583 budget. Wow, that's a big range increase for the Naval Patrol. $583. We gained about 50,000 budget. That's nice. So are we... Wait, oh no, are we bad guys now? We're fascists now. Are we the baddies? Well, we can expect to have more wars now because the leader is going to be talking all that smack to everybody in the neighborhood. All right, well, let's start trying to get these rebuilt. Well, let's go ahead and do them all at once. It's going to cost us. It's going to cost us for a couple of months until the rebuilds on the battleships are done. Let's try to lower tensions. Hopefully with the US. Nope. Yeah, it's kind of inevitable, huh? Yeah, not great. Okay. Well, let's wait for these battleships to finish their rebuilds. Then we'll start rebuilding the Hessians. Because they are due. Shanghai. Well, it looks like Britain won the war. Okay. Save the game. Let's base overview, air capacity. So we're going to expand our air base. We're going to, well, we can't do that from this menu, but expand the air base, and we have one more here. Okay, and we got to go to our coastal fortifications. We're going to get rid of our airship bases. Scrap. It'll save us about 70 per month, 65 per month. Just a little bit, but it does all add up. So we're replacing the machinery. Nice, at least it didn't give us any problems with our hull design. And we can slap on 1 AA director. Okay. Look, 23 speed isn't that great, but these are still 14-inch guns with an advanced director. They can put a hurting on someone if they can land their hits. Oh, hang on. Let's auto add aircraft. There you go. Save the game. Now this is going into CV division number 5. which is our, like, basically it's our version of the #1 CV division. No, we're going to keep this to ourselves for Britain. We've gone fascist here, so it's time to start being mean to people. All right, now that we're done building aircraft carriers for a minute, our unrest is going up, so we might have to try to alter our budget at some point. But for now, we need to look at anything that's close to going obsolete on us, which is these Cone class. We have a nice set of destroyers. Our Broxwolds, 1920, so they're good for another couple of years. These are good for a while longer, and then these are good for a while longer. So that's, our Corvettes are all okay. So we need to look into getting more submarines. Now these subs have low reliability. So as we've seen, the ones with the low reliability are useless. We're going to build 20 to replace those with. That's not 20. That's a weird bug that we've discovered before. 12, we're build 8 more. It's like a weird bug where, like, you put in a number for submarines to build and it doesn't build all of them. All right, let's go. No, we don't want to make Italy mad. Well, it doesn't matter if we make Italy mad or not, but we do want to be their friend eventually. Let's get rid of the below average guy. Farewell. Yes, now we will be friends with Italy. Here's the Enterprise. We've seen that one already. The U.S. Navy's putting effort into gunnery training. Okay, we're going to build another 10 those medium submarines. Yep, and we'll increase cooperation with Italy and hopefully gain a prestige. No, we're not selling to Russia right now. No prestige. Okay. So we still got a bunch of rebuilds going on here. When those are done, we can look into rebuilding these Cone class. All right, let's put these into division #1. We're going to empty out division #2. And put that, like, this one and the next two into that division there. So our most modern and fightingest, because these are like the 7,000 ton light cruisers we built. Those will go well. Protests in Great Britain against high spending. No, we're not gonna sell to Russia right now. Okay, keep going. 27 destroyers have finished reconstruction. Our unrest is high, so we're going to avoid gaining budget. Let's design a new medium bomber. We're going to go for speed and bomb load. Now we have a bunch of money left over. Let's look at rebuilding these columns, although it looks like a lot of them are on foreign station, so it's going to mess up our foreign station tonnage. All right, let's replace the machinery on here. From the 29 knots. Is it allowed? It is. We'll give it an advanced director. We can clear off those. We can add port and starboard. We got to go 3 tubes because I think it's 6,000 to have 4 tubes. Do we care? I mean, is it worth the risk to carry the extra torpedo tubes? The extra reloads? Probably not. We haven't been investing super heavily into our torpedo technology. So we don't have like, really long range torpedoes like we do with Japan, where we're just like rippling off torpedo salvos constantly, and you need the reloads. So we're going to avoid the reloads this time because we did have a lot of them exploding. We're going to go with an AA director and a couple of AA guns. Okay. This is a pretty good upgrade, and it's about 1,000 to upgrade. So it's not too bad. That's actually pretty reasonable. 10-month rebuild. In fact, let's just do them all. Okay, and now we need, the gold diggers are probably perfect for putting on foreign station, even though they're really lightweight. There you go. And when the coals come back, we'll just have them hang around and be ready to actually do some fighting. Britain's going up with tension. Tension's going down with Japan because we have common values. They must be all right. They went fascist. Yes, they did. So did Italy. Or I thought Italy did, but maybe they didn't. They're a limited democracy now. Oh, Spain. Spain's the one that went. Maybe we'll get Italy there eventually. So we have our tripart alliance. All right, protests in the U.S. against spending. We'll sell to Japan for sure. I mean, we're looking pretty good here. I wouldn't mind building kind of my... No, we're not selling to Russia. Stop it. I wouldn't mind building kind of like my little ideal battleships. Maybe we can do that when these rebuilds are all going to hit at the same time. So that might be a good opportunity to start that project. Yes, we want gunnery competitions. Nice. This is a good battleship uh, tech right here. The more you can save on your engines on big ships like battleships, the better. Like you get so much like return. No, we're not selling to France. Improved armor quality is good. All right. Between Italy and Austria, they're fighting again. Italy lost a destroyer and a battle cruiser. Austria lost a heavy cruiser and a couple of destroyers. Austria lost several more destroyers, and Italy lost another battle cruiser. Boy, they're just like an embarrassment. Italy, what are you doing? You're getting humiliated by Austria. Here's the Russian carrier, the Orenburg class. 53 aircraft. Yeah, this is pretty typical. So here's the new medium bombers. We get speed upgrades over here. Here's the best speed and second best range. It has good stats. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So our air type, what is that? That's probably a float plane. Naval patrol craft. Poor reliability. Oh well. 1% savings on hull. That's really nice. Okay. Now, because it'll take 4 or 5 months to design the battleship, now's the time when we go for the design. We don't want it to be gigantic. 38,000 tons is pretty good. 15-inch guns, that's solid. That's like a good in between there. I wouldn't mind having 16-inch guns, but 15-inch guns will do the job. So if we go down to a 12-inch belt with an inclined belt, we're way over on top side. And then we do want more ammunition. So let's go up to 39,000 tons. Now this gives us 10 15-inch guns. 10 15-inch guns. What if, delete the turret, this gives us 9 15-inch guns, and we save a lot of tonnage. We lose 1 barrel. Now, do we go up to 16-inch guns? We can. With 100 rounds per gun, let's go up to 105 to 110. And then we can go down. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. So we're looking at saving per month about 100 per month, essentially. That gives us more secondary guns. And then 38,000 tons is pretty good. But we go up to 39, 30, 27 knots is really nice. It's not a speed demon or anything. Go up by another 100 displacement. Gives us a little bit extra weight remaining for flooding purposes, as well as more upgrades in the future. And we could probably build a trio of these. Frederick the Great class. Good night. Nice now. Bismarck. Tirpitz. I do kind of like the Tirpitz. Or the Deutschland. Those are 16, gives us 9 16-inch guns. And an all-forward arrangement, 27 speed for chasing, or everything's for chasing, like the all-forward guns is for chasing, and the 27 knots. So yeah, this will be a good workhorse, because we do spend a lot of time chasing. So I think we're going to go with this. Yep, this will do. There we go. So we're going to go ahead at least. So they want us to have stuff in the Baltic. This is the improved fighter. All right, so that means let's move the Hessians to the Baltic. So it's number 3, so we need to send there we go. So we will do as our great leader demands. Take a look at our queue here. And the fact that we're going through and we're updating all of these ships, that gives us windows like this where we'll be able to build battleships. Like, where the rest of the fleet has been caught up essentially to the best we can get them to be. And then, you know, not working on anything new in that gap gives us a chance to essentially squeeze in a production set of these battleships. So here's Austria and Italy again. Austria lost a light cruiser and some destroyers. Italy lost nothing. A rare victory. And our unrest, unfortunately, is still, I think, going up. Yeah, we'll get a new torpedo bomber, go for speed, and I guess bomb load. So Austria lost a heavy cruiser. Italy lost a couple destroyers. Uh-oh. Trouble with the US. So we can build 4 of these. Yeah, we'll better build 4 of these. All right. Well, we've had some tension with the US go up, so it looks like it will probably be war with them very soon. We're at the end of the episode here, so I'm not going to press the button any further and risk having a war breakout right at the very end. So we're going to make our backup as usual. And we're going to go ahead and call it here. I appreciate y'all for sticking around, and I know the last couple episodes have been pretty rough. Haven't had much of a voice, but I feel like I'm still sick. Like I'm still pretty miserable, but I'm getting better. So I'll see you all next time, and sail safely out there.